Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. I tell you, folks, I've been watching General Hospital for more years than I care to count, and this week's episodes really pulled at my heartstrings. When I saw little Emma break down like that, it hit me right in the chest. That poor kid has been holding on to hope for her grandma Anna like it's the only thing keeping her going, and now things look darker than ever. Anna Devane is in a real tough spot over there in France. They're moving her to a high-security psychiatric facility because she keeps slipping away like Houdini himself. Every time they lock her up tighter, she finds another way out. Laura dropped that news, and you could see the worry all over her face. But what really got me was the way Laura hinted that Anna might just need one strong voice in her corner. Someone with real pull to fight for her freedom. That little spark of possibility made the whole mess feel a tiny bit less hopeless. Emma, bless her heart, is not giving up on her grandmother, not for 1 second. I watched that sweet girl sob her eyes out when she heard how bad Anna's doing, but even through the tears, you can tell she's got fire in her belly. She's the one who might actually be the key to bringing Anna home. In the middle of all that pain, Emma reached out to a mysterious figure and begged for help to save her grandma. And wouldn't you know it, that plea got an answer. When folks finally got to Anna, her condition was just heartbreaking. She looked so lost and worn down, it made my own eyes sting. Gio was right there trying to comfort Emma after Laura broke the bad news. That boy's got a good heart, stepping up like that. And now Robin and Patrick are on their way to France to see Anna in person. I'm hoping they can bring some sense to this whole situation. You know, watching Emma fight so hard for her grandma reminded me of how family pulls together when times get rough. That kid's stubborn hope might be exactly what Anna needs right now. She's not letting the darkness win, and I sure admire that. It makes me root even harder for Anna to come back where she belongs, home with the people who love her most. I tell you, what really got to me this week on General Hospital was watching that sweet little Emma finally buckle under all the weight she's been carrying on her young shoulders. In the episode on the 18th, they played it so smart and so real, they didn't wait for Laura to show up with the bad news. No, sir, they let us see Emma starting to fall apart long before that. It started with something so simple, but so heartbreaking, Anna's favorite cup slipping right out of Emma's hands and shattering on the floor. That little cup meant the world to her grandma, and when it broke, it was like something inside Emma broke too. You could see the color drain from her face. Her hands were shaking, her eyes filled up fast, and all of a sudden this strong, hopeful girl looked so small and lost. I sat there thinking, Lord, this kid's been holding it together for so long, and now even a broken cup is too much. Then came the part that really hit me deep. Emma opened her heart and admitted how guilty she felt. She said it was wrong that she was still going to school, laughing with friends, and living her everyday life while her grandma Anna was stuck halfway across the world, trapped in her own mind with no way home. Hearing those words from a young girl just tore me up. It wasn't dramatic crying or over-the-top acting. It was quiet, honest pain. The kind that real families go through when someone they love is suffering far away. For weeks, the Anna story had been full of spy games, secret organizations, and wild hallucinations. But this moment changed everything. Suddenly, it wasn't about the WSB anymore. It felt like a real family watching their loved ones slowly disappear and nobody knowing how to stop it. That's what made it so powerful. And just when I thought my heart couldn't take anymore, Gio walked in. That boy has been such a steady presence lately. The second he saw Emma like that, he didn't hesitate. She just collapsed right into his arms, buried her face in his chest, and whispered that she needed him. After weeks of trying to be brave and keep hoping, she finally let it all out. You could feel how tired she was, how scared, and how much she'd been pretending everything was okay. Gio just held her tight, rubbing her back, being that safe place she needed so badly. It was one of those tender scenes that reminds you why we love this show. Because even in the middle of all the craziness, real love and comfort still shine through. Even Felicia and Mac looked completely worn out. You could see it in their faces. That tired, helpless look families get when they're watching someone they care about fade away and don't know what else to do. They've been fighting and hoping right alongside Emma, but now it feels like the whole family is running on empty. Anna being moved to that high-security psychiatric place has made everything feel heavier, darker, and more urgent. You know, I've been watching soaps for a long time, but moments like this are why I keep coming back. Emma's breakdown wasn't just sad, it made the whole story feel deeper and more human. That girl still has so much fight left in her, even when she's falling apart. It makes me root even harder for Anna to come home. Because when a granddaughter loves you that much, you've got to believe there's still hope. Family like that doesn't give up easy, and neither should we. I tell you, what really stuck with me this week on General Hospital was the way Laura quietly dropped one little line that suddenly made everything feel a whole lot more hopeful. Right after Emma poured her heart out and begged for someone, anyone, to step up and help her grandma, Laura looked at that girl with those wise eyes of hers and said Anna needed a powerful advocate. The way she said it wasn't just casual talk. You could tell she already had somebody in mind and knew exactly who to reach out to. It didn't feel random at all. It felt like Laura was gently pointing toward the real solution we've all been waiting for. That single moment changed the whole tone of the story for me. Suddenly, Emma isn't just the sad granddaughter crying in the living room anymore. She's starting to look like the strongest person in Port Charles when it comes to bringing Anna home. While a lot of the grown-ups around her are getting tired, worn down by all the bad news and starting to accept things as they are, Emma keeps pushing back. She flat out refuses to give up or treat her grandma like some hopeless case or complicated diplomatic mess. To Emma, Anna is still the same strong, brave woman who raised her, protected her, and loved her with everything she had. That kind of pure, stubborn faith is powerful stuff, and right now, it might be the most important thing Anna has going for her. Of course, Robin and Patrick are on their way to France, and that's a good thing. They'll handle all the medical questions and try to sort through the legal side of things over there. But Emma brings something completely different to this fight, something nobody else seems to have right now. She still sees her grandma as Anna, not as a patient, not as a burden, and not as some broken spy who needs to be locked away. That difference matters more than people realize. Laura's comment about needing a powerful advocate suddenly feels a lot more meaningful when you watch Emma standing there as the one person who hasn't let exhaustion or doubt win. While everyone else is reacting with heavy hearts and tired sighs, Emma's reacting with pure determination. You know, I've been watching this show long enough to recognize when they're setting up something special. Anna Devane has spent years putting her life on the line to save other people. She's protected her family, her friends, and this whole town more times than I can count. So there's something really beautiful and right about the idea that the one person who simply won't walk away from her might turn out to be her own granddaughter. It feels like the story is coming full circle in the best possible way. I'm sitting here with my coffee, hoping with everything I've got that Emma's fierce love is exactly what's going to turn this whole situation around. Sometimes the biggest rescues don't come from secret organizations or fancy lawyers. They come from a child who refuses to stop believing. And if anyone can bring Anna back home to the people who love her, I'm putting my money on that brave, big-hearted girl and the kind of family love that just won't quit. That's the stuff that really matters in the end.